The LG Procast, the podcast, is intended for informational and entertainment purposes only. The views or opinions expressed by the podcast hosts and guests do not necessarily reflect the official position of LG. For the latest and most accurate information about LG products, please consult relevant product manuals and related documentation. The information provided in this podcast episode is for informational purposes only and does not constitute professional advice. While we strive to provide accurate and up-to-date information, we make no representation or warranties of any kind, express or implied, about the completeness, accuracy, reliability, or suitability of the information for any specific application in the following discussion. LG and those posting or otherwise providing information, content, or material are not responsible or liable for any consequences relating directly or indirectly to any action or inaction you take based on the information, content, or other material on the podcast.
Hey guys, welcome back to the LG Procast. I'm Phillip Kriegbaum, joined by Mr. Terry Frisenda. Hey Terry.
Hey Phillip, thanks for being here. Guess what?
What are we going to talk about today?
Oh boy, we're going to talk about Builder Bonanza. Da-da-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
Man, that takes me all the way back to your youth. I love it.
It's not if you open the old Bonanza show, like Hoss Cartwright and the whole group, but no, this is about the Builder Bonanza, the options, the things that we do, the systems that we have, and the design flexibility and creativity we can bring to builders in their homes in the new construction market. So let's get into the episode and talk about some of those things, if you will, right?
Yeah. I mean, new construction is, I don't want to say LG hasn't been in new construction, but it hasn't been where we've put a lot of focus historically, and that's changing, right?
Well, it's definitely changing. I mean, we introduced a product line, the CV product line, changed the color, put some value adds in it, took some price points out while not sacrificing, reliability and flexibility, but building a product that could meet that, and I don't want to call it 3-tier, but meet that entry level building environment. Has the capability to step up to that, to what the builders want to call a move-up home.
Yep.
And then go all the way to that complete luxury space. If you go back to the episode we did with Mr. Guy Minix from our HA Pro Builder team, he's responsible for putting appliances in these builders' products in homes around the country, and they have a very similar strategy. They got the big box appliances that everybody sees, but then they have the LG Studio, which is a upgraded builder product, and then of course they have the SKS or the Signature Kitchen Suite stuff, which is top end luxury across the stuff. So we're bringing that same mentality and the same strategy to this building group now. So I'm excited about that.
Yeah, and then on top of that, we've formed a team that you're leading around the country of a handful of us that are directly working with builders, and we've developed out a builder program for a little bit higher volume builders to work with them on some incentives to help with that price point. But like you said, the CV unit, that contractor value line, has allowed us to take a superior product and price it where we can be competitive with 14.3 SEER systems, really.
We're at
16.
16. So we're, I don't know what that math is, but it's 2 full SEER 2 points. So more efficient, which means, from I have this conversation with builders all the time. If I'm a home buyer, particularly a first-time home buyer, I'm stretching every dollar that I have, to qualify for this mortgage and to make this house payment. And if you're giving me a home that is less to operate from an electrical utility bill or a gas utility bill, or just from all the stuff that homeowners don't think about when they buy that first house, right, or budget for, I think you got a product as a builder that's more consumer friendly.
Yeah, and to me, even more importantly than the SEER rating, because that's on paper under laboratory conditions, but what's more important to me than that is that we're not having a single or even a 2-stage compressor. It's a fully communicating full inverter system. So they get all those benefits of being able to bring the house down to set point and then that compressor back and way off and just maintaining that temperature all day long, which gives you better humidity control, better temperature control, but is also economical to operate that type of a system. So while it's 16 SEER, that's at full rated capacity, which is great that we're winning there, but we're also an inverter, which, the difference between a single stage and an inverter just on the operation is a huge savings. A little bit harder to quantify on paper, but
Yeah, because everybody uses their home differently,
right.
but no, I mean, this whole platform, LG's platform, inverter driven compressors. I mean, it's built on the fact that that inverter compressor has the ability to do exactly what you said, which is
Yeah.
change its capacity, right? Make more when it needs to make more, make less when it needs to make less, and that's what's brought a new level of comfort for this entire, heat pump technology.
Yeah. And that's not necessarily new, but what's new is the fact that that is now in the conversation for entry level products. So, it's no big secret that new construction is very price sensitive.
Absolutely.
Always has been, likely always will be, especially on your production builders, your larger, entry levels,
Entry level.
mid-tier homes. It's, they're putting in the least expensive equipment that they can get. Well, now we can be in that conversation. So while the inverter isn't necessarily new, it's new to a lot of these builders because they're like, well, we've just never looked at that because it's always
It's always been
out of our
out
price point.
of the price point.
So now we're bringing that next level of performance to builders and helping to educate them and go, hey, look, by the way, you can offer a better system and it's not going to double the price of your HVAC install or something like, it's not going to be this massive increase. If anything, it might even be the same or less, or, who knows exactly where we're going to fall, but it's
Well,
certainly not a lot more.
we talk about tiers, as far as, an entry level or move up home or a luxury home, but there's more going on as well with this platform, and that is the introduction of other products.
Yes.
And those other products could be dual fuel.
Yep.
Right, which combination there, because quite honestly, with a builder's portfolio, particularly if we're working with a national builder, not all his markets use the same systems.
Sure.
Right, and so going and asking that builder to, hey, give us a shot at your business, let us earn your business, without a complete portfolio of products. We typically have not been involved in the new construction home building business because we were pricing, but because we didn't also have a full platform. As we move into expanding our platform, dual fuel, case coils, gas furnaces, cold climate heat pumps, 3 tiers of standard product. Now all of a sudden, and I forgot about the air to water heat pump, right?
Yep.
So
Yep.
now all of a sudden, coupled with heat pump hot water heater, we've got a platform, a product platform that can go to a builder, a national builder, even a large regional builder or regional builder. We don't, we're not drawing a line anywhere.
Sure.
Right? We want everybody to use our products, right?
Yeah.
Because we think it's a better way to heat and cool. If it wasn't, we wouldn't be standing here trying to tell you it is, because we truly believe it. And it shows in the performance out there. But that is changing, right? Our messaging from this group of folks that we all work together, our distribution partners, our contractor partners, our pro dealers, you're all getting this messaging now out to the field, out to the trade, out to the builders, and we're beginning to gain momentum, substantial momentum.
Yeah. And there's benefits to the builder too when they plan accordingly. It can be less expensive to install this equipment under certain circumstances. So in a lot of markets, we're able to provide 100% of the heat from the heat pump, which means that we don't have to install any sort of resistance electric heat. We can power the indoor unit from the outdoor unit. So that's going to save the builder at least one electrical circuit, the wire running to that indoor
The labor,
the disconnect box. And when you're talking to builders and you add those things up, I mean, maybe a couple $100, but a couple $100 over several houses, that's enough to make them start thinking about, oh, that matters, because that adds up.
right?
And then I did a project, and I think you were involved in, it was out of North Carolina. It was a multifamily building that we did, and it was originally spec'd for another brand, and then they switched and went over to LG, and we didn't have to put any indoor power, any electrical strips, and each apartment building, and there were 2 of them that we did, saved 4,800 amps. So now when we start talking to the developers and we start looking at the infrastructure that we can save, I mean, so if you're a regional builder and you're doing a neighborhood of a couple hundred houses, and all of a sudden you're saving 50 amps per house, not having to put electric strips in there. What does that do for your infrastructure for that neighborhood?
Well, I can tell you when we also have a group of folks that are utility focused, and when they're in these meetings and they're in speaking with all these folks that are regulating and developing programs and incentivizing people to electrify,
Mm-hmm.
right? That's their biggest concern is, okay, so if we make all this happen, where's this power going to come from? Well, if you have inverter driven systems that use substantially less electricity, um, that's why they're incentivizing these systems, because they use less power. They require they require less power, right? And so that's big stuff. I mean, I know this episode's about building bonanza, but I mean, it works the same in a retrofit application, right?
It does. And to add on to that project that I just mentioned in North Carolina, I brought Kevin DeMaster, who leads our utility team. He came in
Yeah.
and there was incentive money that they didn't even know it was coming. They knew something was coming, but they didn't know the amount. After the fact, we went and said, hey guys, you qualify for a rebate that went back to the building owner. And so that was a huge.
Yeah, not too many people say, not too
didn't
many
know it was
people
coming.
say no to that kind of gift. That's for sure.
Yeah.
But the message for if you're a builder and you're paying you're listening or watching this episode,
Or a contractor.
or a contractor who has those, because listen, it's no secret, we know where the relationship lies.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the relationship lies with the contractor. That builder trusts you.
Yep.
That builder trusts you to make the right decision to put the right products in his house. He's trusting your judgment as the HVAC expert to put the right product in his or her homes, right? And so we know that relationship is you. And so we are working diligently with the contractors through our area sales managers and through our distribution channel partners to gain access to you so that you can let us gain access to your trusted partners, right? And I know, and I know the guys that work with me, we know the value of your relationship and we respect that. And
Very much.
And it's very important for us that if we're in that environment and we're working with you, that we respect all parties and that we give a clear and concise message for these builders. You have options to do things differently.
You do.
And you have options as a builder, you have options to make better choices for your heating and cooling and comfort systems. Everybody, thinks the granite's pretty, right? And you can see it on the countertop and it's pretty, right? But I got to tell you, a pet peeve of mine, if I'm going to walk in and buy a home, the first thing I look at is are the registers in the home, because it tells me exactly what was done as far as managing the HVAC portion. It was not a deliberate thought. It was more of an afterthought. And then when the house closes and things aren't comfortable, it's always the HVAC contractor that's, getting the call to go out and try to balance the system or go out and try to understand why, so we understand those challenges and troubles and we want to help. We have ducted, we have ductless, we have gas furnace, we have air to water, we have ducted ductless combos. So they have all these like different styles.
Yeah, and to your point, there's a team of us, me, you, Charlie, Ken, all of our area sales managers, and part of our role is to work with the contractors to take this fairly ginormous portfolio of product and what makes sense for you, your builder, your customer. It doesn't mean that you have to look at all of these options. Like, let's have some conversations. What makes sense for your climate? What makes sense for the level of home that's being built? I mean, is this a starter home or is this a $4 million custom home? That's probably going to have a different heating and cooling system. I would think and hope.
You don't have to do it the way it's always been done. There's products that are better than they used to be. There's more choices than they used to be. So I don't have to continue, because I told this custom home builder, you know what the difference between that $4 million home HVAC system and this $150,000 starter home difference? You know what this difference is in the systems? And he said, no, what? And I said, you got more of them.
Mm-hmm.
He said, what do you mean? I said, well, instead of having one system in it, you got three, but you got the same sheet metal or flex duct, you got the same piece of equipment, you got the same labor pool, you got the same everything.
Yep.
You just got more of them.
Builders will offer to upgrade anything in your home. You want to upgrade your faucets? Sure. You want to upgrade your flooring, your cabinets, your ceiling fans, your light fixtures? Sure, I'll upgrade any of that. Hey, can you upgrade my HVAC? Nope.
Nope.
Why?
'Cause
Why? Because they
what?
don't know.
Well, they don't know, and we had already had that conversation in this meeting.
But if the contractor and the builder can have a relationship, and even, my message to the contractors is, have those ready to go upgrade solutions for your builders, because like you said, schedule time is very important. If you delay a builder, that's a big deal.
Right.
But if the builder can go to you and go, hey, they want to upgrade the air conditioner to this, and you've already got that solution, and it's not a time delay, and you can just go ahead and implement that upgraded option, that's a great method to go with. It's if you're working with like a semi-custom or a custom builder, like as the contractor, offer those upgrades or bring us in to let us help you with that. If you're a contractor who is a new construction contractor and you're doing production work where it is price sensitive and it is, mass quantities, like let me or Charlie or you or Ken or any of our team come in and help you meet with the contractor.
And that's kind of the whole message to this builder group is stop for just a second. I know it's hard, but stop. Maybe not so hard now. We got a break in the building, looking at everything that I can see and read. Look, in the building community. Maybe you got an opportunity now as a builder and as a contractor to reevaluate your comfort options and your comfort solutions, and start to look at some of these different options and technologies available for you as a home builder and a construction contractor, and maybe make some decisions to do something different.
So if I put myself in the shoes of a builder right now, and I've been reading some economic forecasts, and things are not what they were a couple of years ago. The market is not on fire, and builders are having to incentivize their buyers, which means the buyer has more options. And so if you're competing your home versus another home, have things in your home that are superior.
Yeah, that
So offer a better HVAC.
Right.
Yeah, that separates you.
this just came to me. So what do you think about this term? And we keep using the word inverter, and
Yeah.
what do you think about this term? Like if I'm talking to a builder, how about a capacity changing system?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Right? Because that's really what this inverter is bringing to you, right? We talk about it over and over. But just the sheer fact that you can have a system that can change its capacity and it can regulate its energy usage based off that capacity change. So if I got this system that can go over here and move and manage comfort at a much better economic point,
Yes.
that's a win. And that's a win. We're doing our best to get this message out, that there is a better way to heat and cool. Inverter driven technology is not going away. It is shaping everything that we do moving forward. As all this comes together, I think you're going to see more pressure from that.
And we're talking about cost on new construction. R32 is substantially less expensive than 454B. Well, we look at the cost of the equipment, but when you're putting in that 454B equipment that's only got a pre-charge for a 15-foot line set, there's a good chance you're having to, as the contractor, pay to add gas to that system. Well, with an LG, we're running on R32, which is a less expensive refrigerant currently to purchase, and it's charged for 25 feet. So your total install cost is actually going to come down. And then on another note, we use smaller line set sizes than most unitary brands.
So there's savings there.
Yeah, so there's some savings there. So when you add all these little things up, you're like, oh, well, the line set's only a little bit less, and the refrigerant's only a little bit less, and I don't have to add one indoor circuit. Well, when you add all of that up, well, golly, that's several $100s. So, if you're a contractor, you're a builder, and you want to reach out to one of the ADS teams, please, you can comment on our videos, they watch those, but reach out to your LG distributor and to your LG salesperson. They all know us. We have relationships with our entire sales team. I handle primarily the Southeast and Mid-Atlantic area, but we've got guys all over the country, and guess what? There's airplanes that'll take me from Atlanta to wherever I need to go to meet with these guys.
They will indeed. They will indeed. So, well, man, that was pretty fun.
Yeah.
Right? That was pretty fun. I hope there's a lot of information packed in there for the builder and for the contractor partners. There's message in there for developers too, right? And it's a powerful message when you start talking about 300, 400, 500 homes in a subdivision, knocking 50 amps of power per home out on an all electric service per home. That's powerful. That's a powerful statement to make. So, and it's possible.
And these homes are becoming, they're demanding more and more power. So homes that used to require 200 amps are now getting 400 amp services because they want to be able to charge their vehicles and this and that.
Right.
When you start reducing it, it allows for, I mean, that offsets an electric vehicle
Absolutely.
without having to increase the power. So there's just, like you said, there's so
That's the
much
stuff.
to it. There's a huge message there that
Yeah, if we just get the opportunity to sit down and spend some time with you guys, the builder trade, I think we can make it worth your while to
That's right.
see what's out there.
That's why it's the builder bonanza.
It's the builder bonanza.
I love that, Terry.
Yeah, thank you.
Guys, thanks for joining us. Anything you want to throw out there?
No, I'm having fun. We're here at the LG Summit for Technical Service Advisors, also known as Service Champions. We rebranded them this year to Service Champions.
It's a whole new program that's got a lot deeper education for these guys, and just the level that I've seen us grow as LG in the last couple of years. We've got some new leadership in that department who has really taken our old TSA program that was good, but has taken it to a whole nother level. And just meeting with these guys, and they were at our last conference a couple of years ago, and they go, "This is just next level awesome."
Super.
The information, the camaraderie, everything that we've got going on here for a couple of days has been really fun to be a part of.
I guess for me, that's it. Until the next time we get to sit in front of these cameras and microphones, Philip, appreciate it, buddy. It's good seeing you.
Well, guys, we hope you join us for the next episode of the LG Procast. Hopefully you enjoyed Builder Bonanza.
Builder bonanza.
And we'll see you next time.
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
Bye now.